people of YouTube. This is Kulus here.
Alright, it's talk number 7, guys. Talk number 8, something like that.
We can call it talk if we want.
I don't know if you want to talk. We're going to talk about points for Evo Fury, anticipations, our ideas, what we think the set will be good at, what will be bad, or, well, you know, just our ideas and stuff.
What will change the game, what can't, what people will play, what people won't.
Won't.
These are all the possibilities that we think are good cards and what will
Be,
like,
you know, be playable and stuff.
Yeah. Let's start with creatures though. We're gonna start with like regular creatures that everybody will play, probably, like that are just like normal guys or big guys. Stuff that do things.
Yeah.
Basic stuff like that. Then we can talk about monosif stuff, and then we're gonna talk about spells. Then we're gonna talk about Evos, the maze thing of the set.
The set. The reason why the set is a maze. Alright, it makes the set. I mean, you know, could be better.
Some of the good creatures that are just like normal guys that you just put out on the field and do stuff that you probably will see more often. One is Cyber Trader. Cyber Trader is just that early game draw is so important, and you're like ditching things for later use.
It's gonna be essential for Foul because I'm a recycle kind of person.
It's gonna be essential for anything with water, really. I'm gonna play 3 of it in any water.
Oh really? Oh,
Probably.
Nice. I don't know if I would like to play 3.
I'm glad it's a common too, so I can just
definitely
completely get it.
Another could be Lepidus. You know, combos off that. Definitely.
Combos off Lepidus. We were thinking like, if like their build, only if their board was like tapped out, probably we can do that. Or it's just like if they have their lone creature, kill it.
Lepidus being a very rare, probably not one of the better very rares, but I enjoy it. It's really gonna be cool, and so I mean, 2 of wouldn't be bad. 1 of, 2 of, 3 of, 7.
Next thing we have Screeching Scaradorable, which I think is the very rare for Darkness.
I think it is too.
Screeching Scaradorable being his effect is, well, he's a 4 mana 3000 power. When he comes into play, choose one of your opponent's creatures. If it has 2 levels or less, banish it. Otherwise, it can't block. It is just a game finisher, really, and it's a
nice on top of the cherry, and it's also, I feel like
it's a good push.
Very good push.
Going. Like if your opponent is like dependent on blockers, this is a good way to keep going.
Or it's a good way to control the field. Like, let's say you have maybe a Emerald Grass or something out there. I'm gonna have a Seneschal. Maybe I'm gonna not make you block or tap or whatever, or kill off that creature directly right there for a turn, and I'm getting board presence. So, I mean, I'm able to swing with Seneschal, draw a card off that, and still have 2 creatures. Real strong start.
It's so good. Like I can see this guy being so good. The 2 mana, 2 level less thing not being so much. Only if it's like what you said, like a low level blocker. Or like it's a low level creature that you want to get out of the way. But it's the level 2 or less. You probably will not see.
You're just gonna block something.
You're probably just playing it for the less blockage. Okay.
Another good
creature we have is Jet Thrust Darter. We thought, you know, bring back Rukaboo, except he's also good Evo bait too.
Oh,
so
great Evo bait.
He's just gonna be all around.
I mean, go straight into I'm thinking it's
you can go into Big Hissy with this.
Everything's a draft. They made so many Dracons lately though. So
Big Hissy is a really good card now. He's just like
Big Hissy is big.
And it's big and great. I swear, he takes out most everything in the sets. And before, too.
6,000. That comes hard.
6,000 in attacking and tap creatures is going to be bigger than his lesser self. The next card that we have is actually super rare. For light, we didn't expect this to be non-evolution, but kind of because Rabu.
Well, yeah, well, there's 2, you know, the game with 2 Evos.
But this guy is Orion, Radiant Fury, the first light dragon.
I was kind of expecting them to make something different because they did come with 2 Evos from just starting out with 1 being from promos, 1 being from the deck. So
yeah, but Orion is just that one big guy that comes down and your opponent's just like, well, do I want to kill it? Maybe, but he's really just like clearing the field or just winning the game. Basically,
there's one, you know, true method. Just root trap it, bam, it's gone.
That's the yeah. Basically, that's what you want to do with this guy.
We got 2 new Evo bait for Skyforce champions.
They're really good Evo bait. Like
We got Twilight Commander and Starwing.
they can work on themselves basically by themselves if they want to.
They're very nice. The reason I think they're better than Shadow Champions right now, I think just because Ravu is more expensive. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because it's just guys. Shadow Champions are kind of bad.
Shadow Champions had their like lower evolution, but Shadow Champions happen to be the worst of the 2.
Yeah, definitely the worst of the 2.
But the thing with Twilight Commander and Starwing is that you have 2 things to think about. Twilight Commander, you could get pluses off like other creatures attacking with Twilight Commander, but then again he's susceptible to Tornado Flame, while Starwing isn't, and he has that 500 more power, which can get over like some other creatures that have 5,000 that you kind of can kill, aka Hyperspeed, aka untargetable creature from water.
King Neptus.
King Neptus. He's such a good. Which is another thing, King Neptus, untargetable. Could see him very well in the future. Next, let's go to Monosivs actually, real quick.
We're thinking about 3 Monosivs in general.
Yeah, really.
We're gonna start off with the best one probably. I mean, Silver Fist.
Silver Fist. Gosh, Mono Green is gonna be so good.
Big beater. That's all I say. 5, 8,000. Comes in, the double breaker.
Yes.
That's kind of insane.
Brings up the smoke probably.
Death smoke on. I don't even know if I want to death smoke that thing, honestly.
It's too
good. You could death smoke it probably.
Another one, Tommy.
I enjoyed scavenging. I enjoyed scavenging Chimera. It's a 3,000. Well, it comes to 3,000, and lets you hit. Once you hit, you get a creature from the graveyard. Russell was talking about this being bad early game, but then there's the idea of playing Gigabolver and recycling it over and over, and I like the idea of that. You could grab stuff like blockers. Any kind of blocker would be nice to grab back. Scare Adorable for one. There's Skaters, and then there's Rupture Spider, which I might be playing. I like the idea of it. I'm probably gonna play a green-black deck. We'll talk about that later, though. And then we have one more.
Basically, all of that, and then one more. We thought maybe Reef Gladiator.
Reef Gladiator's pretty good.
Once in a full moon, Reef Gladiator will block some things.
Oh, well, you get the draw off that, but I mean that's amazing. But I mean, it's pretty good blocker. I mean, out of water,
it's like it barely topped the line for this list, mainly because there's going to be unblockables and things that tap your guys.
Yeah,
So he's not going to be the one. Geek Squad will try with him, but Geek Squad might just fail with him.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, just the blocker aspect. Geek Squad likes to see us good be a runnable deck, but I mean, Reef Gladiator is a solid blocker, definitely.
Yeah, for it. Going back to you were just talking about it a second ago, but the 1-drops that are Evo bait, they can go easily into other things.
Oh,
we're talking about Prickleback, Cyber Sprite, Chasm Entangler, Jetflame Bodyguard, and Gigabolver.
I think it's Chasm anyway.
And some spells. We're gonna start off with Reap and Sow.
Very good.
It's a good card.
It's a good card. I mean, it's kind of hard to play, I feel like, sometimes, though. There's going to be a lot of play for us now. It's interesting. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's going to be a pretty good card.
Because there's things like Crystal Memory that I would want to do in like water decks. And then but in nature, this is the thing you're doing in nature.
It's the thing if you're not playing water, I guess.
Yeah, really.
It's really good, though.
If you're not playing water, run this guy. Anyways, next you wanted to talk about... Oh, wait. Next we have Recharge, actually.
Recharge.
The idea of actually adding shields now. That's
come back.
That's come back, and it's going to be amazing.
Interesting.
It's awesome.
It's interesting. I don't know.
I mean, Recharge is not going to be like the best thing.
It's not really a plus. It's a plus, but it takes time.
Yeah, I know, but the idea of like adding shields now...
It's neat how they're doing that.
Cool now, because they're going to be so many things now. Later in the future, I mean. And you wanted to talk about Return to the Beyond.
Return from Beyond. Great. I see it as a great card.
It is great, but it's like, it's great in where it goes. I don't know how it's going to go.
I see people playing 4 and unders as a big thing. No one's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna play like 18-5, 18-5s, and 18-6s. It's great where it's going to be. And I feel like I see most people playing 2 of, 1 of. I'm probably gonna play 3 of because black green. That's all the way. I like the card a lot. I love the card actually. I think it's just great. Go into Evo bait, grab anything. You can grab a Rusalka, grab something, counter something for a blocker, or it's just a really interesting card overall.
Next thing, I don't know if I want to talk about it really.
We'll just go into intriguing spells. We could talk about just Heat Seekers, Aquatic Expulsion.
See,
and
those two
Grass.
things. The thing, okay, Heat Seeking Grass and Aquatic Expulsion. If you guys don't know what these guys do, Heat Seekers is just like 3 mana red spell to kill 3,000 and no trigger. So it's like
I'd rather be playing a 3,000 shield trigger to kill 2,000.
I'd rather have something that just like helps me.
It feels like a negative almost. Man.
It feels like I'm wasting my turn just to kill something that's gonna be mediocre in the long run.
I guess the ideology is first turn Blaze Belcher, second turn Drakon, Weaponsmith, third turn go into Heat Seekers to kill off their blocker.
Or kill off their Aqua Seneschal or something.
But
what else?
Bad idea.
It's not like the best thing. I don't see it being played often, but it's really cool, but it can be cool, whoever likes it enough. But the other thing is Tendril Grass. And the Aqua Expulsion thing, both of those hit level 3s or less. And when you look at this list of this whole set, and even some on that, like, even some from the last set, it's just like, there's so many level 3s and less that you kind of think, maybe this can go as a 1 of, maybe this can go as a 2 of, but I know I might want to play this.
It's going to be a 1. I see these as direct 1 ofs.
Yeah.
If you really wanted it, you would search for it. If you didn't want it, I mean, it could be a shield trigger. Hell, you never know when you're going to see this thing, I feel like.
You might absolutely be right about
Watch.
Oh, I want to get past this real quick. Oh, hey guys, people, they made Mill.
They
made Mill. Oh yeah.
Slife, Forklift Glurgle.
Slife and Forklift Glurgle, the worst Glurgle of all. But they made Mill. Isn't that fun? Anyways, on to Evos. The best thing.
Well, the reason why the set is exists. I'm thinking one of my favorite Bronze Arm Sabertooth.
Yes, Bronze Arm Sabertooth is got to be one of the better beast.
For 7,000 and then goes into mana. I mean,
besides
big changer.
He's like a big beater, and he can even go into your Flame Spike afterwards. Like if they kill it,
yeah.
It definitely paves the way for you to just play another Bronze Arm into Flame Spike. But another thing, which comes in the promos that we think will be good because Starlight Commanders with like Starlight Strategist and all the other Twilight Commander, Starwing, Ravu the Stormbringer is going to probably be something.
It's big. The thing is, it's going to take 2 turns. I feel like you're going to play a 5-drop and then you're going to play a 6-drop. That's the one reason why Palacios was interesting because you could play it 1 turn. It's very viable. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how Ravu does. I don't know. I think it's kind of slow, but we'll see. I think it's a really good card. Really strong good card.
I mean, come on. He attacks, he taps. He probably already taps something that turn if you're in life. And just like win the game. And all your stuff untaps. It's just like so cool. Anyways, on to one of the really good ones that got set off like so early. Emperor Neuron. I think this guy wins games by himself.
I mean, that's 4-drop. You could go for a 4-drop.
Literally, he's like a 4-drop win game, or he's 5-drop win game.
Draw all the cards. I mean, I just feel it's easy access to such a good card. That's why I'm playing Gorge.
That's why we think it's like so good. I mean, probably not the best card in the set. Like right now, looking at it, it might not be, but could be because it has lots of potential.
It's got a lot of playability, I think,
and lots of playability, tons of it, and it even brings back some oldies.
Oldies.
Hydro Spy.
I would.
It's just like he's hard to think about, but
you can't play him.
Spark Blade Protector is the next one. He's so cool. I mean,
He's good. He's really good. 4-6,000.
4-6,000 blocker also.
He clears that gap.
And he's also a double breaker. Hello.
And then the effect on top of something getting destroyed gets plus 2,000 all over the field.
Yeah, it protects all of your 2,000s or less. It's so amazing.
Protector, Spark Blade Protect. Anyway,
so amazing.
Good card. Good card.
It's like you hit your opponent and they get the nuts and they get Tornado Flame and Burst Shot. They're like, they have to choose actually. Like, trigger, but wait a minute, I can't kill these things.
Early game that would.
Oh gosh.
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
And then next we have Hydra Medusa.
Hydra Medusa, one of my more favorite cards. I 5/5 kill. It's a kill direct kill. That's a 6
Basically,
for a death.
It's like 6 for a Terror Pit, or
it's
8
really
for a Terror Pit if you play Gigamind or something.
Giga the man.
Giga Stand or whatever.
Giga Stand. I enjoy Hydra Medusa. Good card. Really good. Just solid.
It's definitely for the Chimeras, and I probably might even test with it.
I'm gonna test with Ember and Neuron and stuff. So we're gonna see.
Definitely all around testing.
We got a new Fire Evo. I think it's one of the best. Probably the best to me. I like it the most. Laser Arm Dragon. Really cheap.
Definitely gonna do something with Rush decks.
4,000 becomes a 6,000 when hitting, right? That's double breaker. I mean, that thing's. Do that first, third turn. I mean, second, third.
So much for Rush.
Ugh, it's disgusting.
That's why I like my Bone Bloods and I like my Tendril Grass.
Why Scarador with Bloom Hollow just says, "Yo, yeah, hey, you there? You there?"
And then the even better, I think, probably
Blast Force Captain.
Blast Force Captain clears fields and could possibly even win games by himself. Like, he is so like. He clears.
He clears fields. He's really good.
He can. Yeah, he kills things by himself. He doesn't do much to the big guys, but he's an early game winner.
It's really. We could just be talking about
Impalacius.
Impalacius. I feel him more as a baby beater. He's good.
I mean, the discard thing is cool, but it's just.
It's late game.
It's just late game stuff, and I mean, there's so many more better big guys. But if you're playing Shadow Champions, go for him. He's pretty good for a Shadow Champion. He's like one of the best Shadow Champions, actually.
We could just end the segment, talking about some of the more I feel like more big beaters. Then there's Flame Spike and Tekamora, kind of I think interesting effects.
Tekamura's effects not come into a lot of times.
Play that 1/5, level 1 drop 5
If you've kept your ones out that long, I don't know who you
play
are.
Play that 1 drop 5 civ deck I was gonna make up. Swag. Yellow swag.
Anyways, Tekamura and Flame Spike definitely huge beaters. Halan and Emperor Axon are actually going to be pretty interesting
really
beaters.
Cobalt? Yes.
Yeah, Cobalt. Yeah, Cobalt, the 6 for 6,500.
YOLO. 65, get that shield. It's pluses. Big beater plus. That's all it is.
You're getting that shield and you're getting a big guy who hits over a bunch of other big guys.
He hits over like all those other things that don't exist.
You guys know everything under 6,000. Or 6,000 or under.
There goes your Twilight Guardian, his Scoob Skin.
There goes there goes your Tatsurion, the Untamed.
Ungrained. Unmalaned. Don't mess with my frame.
Untamed. And
I think
that's it for all the cards that we think that we'll do.
We'll probably make a deck idea wrap up or sometime later. But I think that's our ideas on Evo Fury. I mean,
all the cards that we think we'll do some sort of ideal to how people play or how people even do anything.
How they think it's done.
How they think.
How they do
How they will hold their bone blades. Because there's so many level 4s and unders in this set. It's so crazy.
Make it, break it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
There's some deck ideas that we've been thinking of. We have, for me, it's going to be an old Water Light. I'm bringing that back. And he's bringing his old deck back.
Green Black.
Green Black, he's bringing that back.
We're thinking about bringing back our DM decks. And so I mean, with Hydra Medusa and Emperor Neuron, I mean, they bring back these control cards and Sky, I can't even think of the name. Sparkblade Protector.
Yeah, Sparkblade is going to be in this deck that I'm making. It's gonna be Enforcers and Cyberlords. It's gonna be amazing.
Chimeras and Beastskins, so we'll see how it works.
It should be like pretty awesome.
Right.
The other stuff, we're probably just gonna make our other decks better. Like probably a Drakon deck is going to happen in the near future.
Could happen.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm not.
The thing I have.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways, that's it for we have for this guy. Any shout outs? Anybody who hasn't gone to like CBH's channel, you go ahead. Cause I like what he does.
CBH's
I like him.
the man. He's the man.
He
The
makes-
man with a plan.
He makes great AVG video.
ARG articles.
ARG articles.
They're all insightful. I feel he brings in that next level gameplay.
I think that's all we have for all this video. Any other shout outs? I don't think so. I guess then we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yo.